Hello, Facebook. I don't even know that we're on. Okay, yeah, sorry about that, Facebook. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. The question today, because of an article I read yesterday from the New York Times, they tell us again that Zillow is out there buying homes and making people offers. And really, I think in the beginning, that was their model to take it out all over the country. I think that they're focusing in areas where the homes can be easily evaluated in terms of whether how much they can sell them for, because they're similar. Lots of newer subdivisions are probably the way to go. As I go, I'm gonna just pull you over to the article and we'll go through it and discuss some of the things in the beginning, and then I'm going to tell you why there's an easy way to do better. I mean, you can sell your home in 4 or 5 days quite easily if you follow a process I'll touch on briefly at the end of the article. But in today's on-demand digital world, most sales begin with a real estate agent, 6% commission. Well, not always the case, 5%. I'm arguing now, because real estate agents are getting sued, that you actually owe it to the industry as a realtor, if you'd like, to only offer $100 to the buyer side. So we just reduce 6% down to 3%, maybe 2.5%. We can do better than that. If you'd like to talk to me about that, just go to winnerscheck.net. I'm willing to put any home in San Diego, Orange County on the market to the buyers for $100. Not because I think that means buyers agents are going to help their buyers buy the property. No, I've done similar things in the past during the short sale market. They're going to get ticked. They're going to say, why are you here? What are you offering? And I'm going to say, whatever the reasons are, I'm going to tell the truth. But the bottom line is 99% of the time, you don't need a buyer's agent, because buyer's agents are bringing nothing to the table nowadays, because everyone knows where the pricing is. And unless your home is unique, really unique, like no idea how to properly value it, so it's really super high end. And if it's really super high end, you really should have a 20-minute consult with me, because there's no reason to pay. Then there's no reason to pay your listing agent 2 or 3%. I'd say give it all to the buyer side, or 1% to the listing agent, 5% to the buyer side, if you really want to sell your home for top dollar. Another strategy altogether. But the point is, 2 or 3% right off the top, not even needed these days, because of social marketing, because of the way the price is put out, and basically because the MLS does it themselves. What I like about putting them for $100 in the MLS is it takes care of 70% of my marketing, right? I put it out there. It will get broadcast all over. It's going to go to Zillow, because I already checked the box with my MLS. It's going everywhere. It's just easy. I'd rather put it in there than not. I'd rather take phone calls from my rate agents than not. I'd rather buyers have to call me directly, because their agents don't want to show the property, so I can get them the information that it takes to sell your home. But again, you could skip even working with a listing agent and do the same things I can talk to you about using social marketing, actually using Zillow itself. So anyway, so they're saying that Open Doors, Zillow. I have agents and friends in Arizona, like a solar home expert, an agent who used to work for me, actually two who I've discussed this, another one in Las Vegas. I can give you the first name, Sherry and Phil, and I talked to them about this. In fact, Phil has played these. I'll get Phil on. I keep talking to Phil on the phone. He keeps saying he wants to do it, and we don't set it up. Phil played these guys against each other and then sold his home himself for more, of course, because he's a realtor. But he's like, hey, if they were going to make it easy for me, I'd let them do it. And he noticed that so many of the companies play games with, in order to tell you they're going to buy it at 10% under the price, they keep the price way down, or 8% under the price. They give you a low valuation. Other companies, basically there's no free lunch in the marketplace. What you're doing is, okay, your job is to get the max net for your home, right? And there is a lot of cushion in the real estate commissions, up to 6% that someone can save on the sale of your home. So right there, if people were willing to just take a 6% profit on the home, they could come in and offer you your net, and they'd be done there. But that's because real estate, the markets change, prices change, and it always takes a buyer and a seller to come together, and you don't really know the exact dollars you can resell a home for. Plus, some markets are cyclical, like there's wintertime, which is slower than the summertime, or whatever it is. 6% is not a lot of cushion for anybody, especially if you have to borrow the money for 60 to 90 days. There's expenses there, especially if you have a resale commission, if you're going to pay agents on the other end. So 6% is not interesting to anybody. Some agents will buy homes at 10 to 15% under market value, because they figure they could paint and carpet, get a little extra value there, and then flip it out and maybe save the real estate commissions themselves with their own marketing. So that's the bottom line. That's the home seller range. If you're looking to have a quick process and avoid any major losses, just say, hey, I'd rather someone else do the work. I'd rather someone else paint and carpet. I just want to be done. You might want to work with someone who's going to come in, say, 10% under the market. However, I know from selling a lot of probate homes that needed a lot of work. There's a whole nother set of people who are like, I'd like to come in, fix this property up, do the work, and then sell it for big dollars. And they're coming in and they're looking at buying it for 60, 70 cents on the dollar. Maybe a little bit higher in some markets at some times of the year. But that's the next set of markets. So in between those types of models, the big jobs that need to be fixed up, that I think most of Silicon Valley, they tried to do this 2 or 3 years ago. I think they've walked away from that market, especially according to this article. Really what they're trying to do is the paint and carpet model. So they buy it cheap, paint and carpet, flip it out. And they're saying they're trying to bring efficiency. Are we looking at this together right now? Yeah, they're trying to bring it. So here we are. Established companies like Zillow and venture-backed upstarts like Opendoor and OfferPad have raised billions of dollars on the promise that they can use sophisticated algos to predict the value of individual homes. They contend that those predictions, combined with the old-fashioned economies of scale, will allow them to be far more efficient than traditional home flippers. I question that. Home flippers know their markets. Home flippers, I sold plenty of homes to home flippers. Some of these home flippers are really sophisticated. They have all the crews. They have lines of credit from the banks that are probably as well, maybe not as good as their investor money, but they get to keep the profit instead of returning 20 cents, at 20%. Well, maybe they can even pay it back at 10% a year. I don't know when you're dealing with massive numbers. If you're taking in billions, maybe you're saying, I'm going to make a pool. You put the money in the pool. I'll give you 10 cents a year, 10% a year. But I doubt that Zillow's eventually going to use these experts. It's the expertise in the area that returns the profits to the people. So, as you go through this article, you'll understand Zillow's got a whole crew of people in cubicles that talk about valuations, that run crews to repair houses. So there's still a managerial overlay to all this. Now the question is, can a manager at $15 an hour do better than an owner who's going to make the profits and manage the team better? Probably on individual projects, yeah, save some money. But over the long haul, in terms of making good returns, I wonder. So anyway, you can go through this article, and they actually talk about how Zillow and these other companies are borrowing money because so far they're not really making money, or if they are, their profits are razor thin. You don't really care about this, but it's a good article. If you're a home seller and you're looking for the highest net, you don't really care about how they're doing on the other end. But I just want you to be prepared that they're going to come in and try to get your home for 10% or more, probably more like 15 or 20% than it's worth, because they have expenses too, and they're not killing it right now. I'm thinking maybe they're hoping, as they're driving realtors out of business, they can drive the home sellers out of business. But I don't see that happening. I know a lot of them. They're not the type of people that are going to be running away because if the business gets a little tougher. They're going to be evaluating the market. If they can make a profit, they're in. And if it's not, they're out. And they're going to be much faster than Zillow. So Zillow, and like I think they said Redfin was trying this. Redfin has watched the downturn last fall, and they unloaded, and they probably didn't make a lot of money. Zillow hung in there, or one of the other companies hung in there, and they got rewarded with a bigger spring. But that was a big guess. It was probably like a $500 million guess that prices would go up instead of down. They probably, and maybe it wasn't a total guess. They might know what the Federal Reserve was trying to do. But as a home seller, this is what I would do. I would do what Phil did. I would talk to all of them if they're in your market, give them a call, have the agents come out, get the valuations from them, nail it down, make sure it's in writing, and in the meantime, do better. Now, a very, very simple model would be to go to winnerscheck.net let's make it even simpler. I'm not trying to make a pitch here. Set up a home sales, home offer weekend, market it, put your home up on Zillow, the for sale by owner. Take some pictures of your home, post it up on Facebook, market it to home buyer. Go to Zillow, look for the Zillow audience and the Realtor.com audience and the Trulia audience. Talk about your home being a home auction weekend with 9 binding bids, and see if you could, and say, look, we've already got offers. We're going to review them all on Monday. We got an offer from Zillow. We got an offer from Truly Open Door, whoever it is. We got an offer from an investor, and we're looking to beat those offers. We're going to evaluate them all on Monday. Right now, your bids are non-binding. The highest bid that we have, we're going to negotiate with on Monday morning, and we'll see if you can buy the home and I can sell the home, and then we'll come together with a normal contract, and we'll follow the normal California Association of Realtors contract. Or I talk about in some of my videos and at winnerscheck.net other forms you can use for this process. But with a picture, some good headlines, marketing on Facebook about an open house / auction weekend, non-binding offers to winner to be negotiated with on Monday morning, on Zillow, open house, selling on your own. Zillow, for a lot of people who search, unless they tick the box that says only properties with agents, they're going to see your house as if it's another house. Zillow, you can put it on Craigslist about your open house weekend. And if you do this properly, if you follow some of the training that I've put on the net, or if you go to winnerscheck.net and sign up for the training, I think you would use those offers, and you could probably get yourself to a full priced offer in your market. And you could also save yourself 5 or 6%. You could put an extra 5 or 6% in your pocket off even using a realtor. I see no reason why. I've got other videos on it, but it's all an auction. Whether it's a slow Dutch auction style offer to negotiate using traditional realtor methods, which I think is bad because the risk of a low price is on the seller when it needlessly, when you could just say this is an opening offer and start it lower and see if you can get it up to where you want it to be. If not, start again with the realtor the next weekend or 2 weekends later. I don't see why sellers should take a risk. I don't see why sellers should only take one offer from these companies. Get multiple offers. On Craigslist, you could just say looking for an investor. Those little yellow signs on the corner, if you say I'm the homeowner, then you talk about your house, you say it needs $20,000, $30,000 in repair, looking to sell quickly, you're going to have people coming to your open house on the weekend. You're going to have investors. It'll be crazy. Just put those signs out by the major intersections, and you'll have better offers by the end of the weekend. And if they're not better, then go ahead. Use the Zillow offer. Use the open door offer. So in short, the whole point of this article is you don't have to use a realtor. You don't have to be locked into that process. You can sell your home to investors and do better than Open Door, local investors, and do better than Open Door and Zillow. And if not, sell to them. You can. There's a myriad steps between taking one offer from Zillow and hoping they're giving you the right offer, and bringing in multiple offers, and then transparently and explaining to people, hey, we like your 2 offers the strongest. We just want to know, will you go up and beat this other offer that we had? We'd rather work with you. Or there's 2 people, we're going to start a multiple offer process, and if not, we'll just put it on the market next week. So, if it's too stressful for you, or if you don't want to be involved in it, that's okay. But boom, or you might say, well, this is the number we're looking for. If you'd like to say yes, you're the person we're going with. So many ways to do it. Just don't sell to one buyer below the market. And that's true whether your home needs a lot of repairs or just paint and carpet. So that's John McConnin today. These tech companies are coming in and they're really they're pretending technology is your big solution, and really they're just trying to replace the players that are already there. And that worked great for Walmart. It worked great for Zillow because realtors are idiots, and we have leadership that allows our intellectual property to be spread all over the internet. If we were protecting our intellectual property, Zillow would be a tool working for us. Realtor.com would be a tool working for us, and essentially we'd be working for you. So technology today would be making realtors compete against each other for your business, rather than letting these intermediaries drive us out of the market and soak up all the profits and not really help the sellers. My view is, let's help the sellers and don't fall for the pitch of, oh, we're a tech company, therefore trust us. They're still using, if you go read this article, they're still using lots of people behind the scenes. All right, thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.